Good morning, players. I am on the website www.masters.com, and this is a first for me. I am synchronizing two podcasts at the same time. My biggest challenge will be to coordinate what's happening on my recording on the laptop device and how I transfer onto the smart device. So let's get it on. So the podcast is now live, and I have visited the internet browser. I use Chrome, and www.masters.com is my destination, and I am going to be tracking Tiger Woods and what happened at the Masters 2019. I find that this software is revolutionary. Just introducing you to the interface. As you can see, it's taken me to a map of the Augusta National, where the Masters is played every year. What's quite nice is you can go each round, and with my slow connection, this is pretty frustrating, but I will be leaving this page very soon. This is an overview of each of the holes, and they have given the best score and which player at which hole completed that score. And because the Masters was 2 weeks ago, we are on round 4, and as you can see, Xander Schauffele is occupying the hole number 1 and hole number 2 spots because he went birdie to start his final round. But today it's all about Tiger Woods, so I'm going to leave this page. This is how you use the tracking interface on this website. And I'm interested in this man over here who finished the tournament on 13 under to win by a stroke over Dustin Johnson, Xander Schauffele, and Brooks Koepka. So you go to leaderboard. Leaderboard will give you either the traditional look, which was very pleasing to the eye, and I was actually tracking during the weekend, keeping my eyes on this scoreboard. This is the more traditional scoreboard format, but I enjoy this feature. I'm clicking on over under. And as you can see, when you're actually at the grounds and you are a patron, looking up at each of those boards that are next to the holes, this is what you would actually be more recognizing. This would be more realistic if you were at the course itself. So I really enjoy that feature. And this is all you need to do. We're not interested in round 4. I'm going to go back to round 1. 45 minutes is the time allocated. Let's see if we can complete shot for shot Tiger Woods at the 2019 Masters. So on round 1, on the Thursday, Tiger Woods was always in contention all week. There might be 2 or 3 shots that we might be able to discuss which could have led him off the path, but just in summary, it was absolutely a privilege to watch 4 very different rounds, but a complete golfer being tested at this year's Masters 2019. So we're going to be going to round 1-1, and will be actually this software is what I've enjoyed about the software is not really the tracking of where the ball was. For example, he might have just missed the fairway with the rollout on holes like hole number 7, or he's actually got himself a really difficult chip. Your map that the interface relies on, it's a 2-dimensional overview, and what I really enjoy about the feature is they've given you a map. They are also tracking every shot from exactly how much distance is left towards the hole to hole out. So it's putting stats. For example, does he have a 5-footer or does he have a 20-footer? Can't really see it on the map, but it's telling you the actual measure. It also goes as far as to say how much did he obviously get off the tee. Did he find a fairway? Did he find a rough? And when he's attacking the greens, what's the line of attack that he has? And at the end of the day, the distances on this interface will take account carry and roll in terms of distance. So that's what's fantastic about the app is, the Thursday round and the Friday round were very different. You would have different types of distances that would have been achieved by the players because there was inclement weather, and 2019 Masters also proved to be quite challenging. With the Sunday tee times being pushed almost 3 to 4 hours before schedule. Reason for this was to pair up the two fields starting on the 10th and the 1st to get them done before the inclement weather in the afternoon. Alright, so this page is really slow. Internet connection is letting me down. Alright, if this doesn't work, then I would obviously stop the recording and try another version and label it as such. But today's experiment was more important about Alright, so that's exactly what's happened. It's 2 weeks ago. The features on the tracking have actually been removed. I would have to find another way to show you how awesome that interface was. As I said, you could literally track some of the shots that were played by the players. So I'm just going to go back to the main site. You can just follow with me. So we won't be able to track each player because I would imagine I did go on the site last week. All 4 rounds, every single shot was catalogued. It was ready to be reloaded. So it could very be well that it's 2 weeks now past and the features aren't available anymore. But if I go back to the course map that I had actually shown you, you might find that the pop-up that I was talking about with the window of the player executing the shot, distances on the tracker, and then also the course map would be all included. Alright, so I just need to abandon this. Let's please be with me. Okay. Alright, so leaderboard, we had that. Beautiful track. You can also go for some great stories that have been, obviously this won't be taken down. I would imagine the other data not as easy, but let's go to track and let's just explain. So in doing a Tiger Woods analysis, you would have every shot for Tiger on round 1 through to round 4. So let's go to hole number 1, and we want to view Xander Schauffele's birdie. This is on round 4, so this is the Sunday round. Xander wasn't necessarily the last group to tee off. So let's see if this actually loads. This could also be taken down. It would give you the track of tee shots, approach, and the hole outs. If this is successful, it would give you every distance from the tee. It would give you distance to the hole, and then they would give you footage that you would be able to capture. So it also looks like there's a problem loading the page. I would imagine it's the same route or path that has to go into an engine that or a protocol that's in the back of this amazing website. Okay, all right. So Tiger Woods, in his analysis, we would have this type of interface, which I find very useful. It gives you the situation. The player is this is the scoreboard pressure, and they even add an extra line item here as to relative to the leader. And as you can see, we've got the course map that's still loading in the background. And so we've got 4th round, but hole number 1, yardage is immaterial because that could be the yardage on the scorecard. And as you know, they would move pin position and tee position every day. But what's more important is on the tee, let's actually gauge whether Xander hits. There we go. So he's actually struck his driver with a distance of 319 yards. It's now changed to 320. And he would have found the fairway for him to have this distance. So let's actually see the footage. Someone's following every player for this software to happen. So you're not going to get the same footage that is on the CBS channel or whatever coverage is broadcasting the Masters live. It's actually not a bad shot. I know a lot of people prefer to have the camera behind the player, but there is Xander over there, and this person is lining up the left side of the fairway, and he's about to get into addressing the ball. He hasn't got too much time because this is a 19-second clip, which means they're going to get the shot and no pre-shot or post-shot routine. So here we go, it zooms in, and he's definitely got driver, and there's the ball flight. I would imagine he would have carried the bunker for the distance that has been reported on the tracker.